The unseen infection. In a remote village, nestled deep within a forgotten forest, an ancient evil began to stir. The villagers had lived there for generations, isolated from the outside world, where myths and legends blended into their everyday lives. It was said that the land beneath them was cursed, but no one had ever dared to investigate the truth. One cold autumn night, two brothers, Elias and Marco, discovered something strange in the woods near their home. A man, disheveled and sleeky, lay crumpled against a tree, muttering incoherently. His skin was a deep gray, covered in strange, pulsating sores. Flies buzzed around him, and the stench of decay hung in the air. When the brothers approached, the man opened his bloodshot eyes, whispering in a hoarse voice, "It's spreading. Run while you can." Elias, the younger brother, immediately wanted to call for help, but Marco, the more pragmatic and cautious of the two, held him back. "We need to leave him," Marco said. "This is something unnatural." Ignoring the warning, Elias reached out, touching the man's arm, only for the strangers to grab him with unnatural strength. A cold chill ran through Elias's body, and he stumbled back, feeling a burning sensation crawl up his skin. The brothers rushed back to their village, their minds racing. But when they returned, they found the village eerily quiet. Windows were shuttered, and the streets were empty. As they walked through the abandoned town, they noticed a strange black tar oozing from the cracks in the ground, seeping slowly toward the houses. That night, Elias began to feel ill. His skin started to blister, and the dark veins spread across his body. His fevered dreams were filled with twisted faces, screaming souls, and a voice calling from the deep within the earth, beckoning him to surrender. Marco, determined to save his brother, sought out the village elder, an old woman who had warned about the rot, an ancient curse, set to the infants the land. She revealed that long ago, an unspeakable evil had been sealed beneath the village, and that anyone who came into contact with it would become infected, spreading the malevolent force like a disease. Once the infection took root, the possessed would no longer be human, their bodies controlled by darkness. The elder explained that the only way to stop the infection was to cut off the infected parts before they spread too far. Elias, writhing in agony, begged Marco to end it, but Marco refused to give up. He couldn't bear to lose his brother. As the days passed, the infection spread faster. Elias became less himself, his eyes clouded with shadows, his voice deepening with the evil that had taken hold. The village, too, began to decay, with strange creatures emerging from the black tar, creeping through the streets, hunting those who had survived. In the final moments, Elias, now almost completely transformed into the monstrous shell, cornered Marco in their childhood home. With tears in his eyes, Marco whispered, "I'm sorry," and did what he knew had to be done. But as Elias fell, the ground beneath the village trembled. The curse was not tied to one person, but to the land itself. And with the infection now spreading uncontrollably, Marco realized the horrifying truth. There was no stopping the evil that lurked beneath. It had been awakened, and now it was hungry.